Alright, hi everybody, it's Bonkai922. Here to bring you Shingeki no Kyojin Attack on Titan, Chapter 41 review. This one was called Historia. Now, from last month's chapter, we induced that Ymir and Christa and Ymir have this. Oh, by the way, Ymir is a woman. Don't be confused. It's a woman. There's nothing to be confused about here. It's a woman. It's not a man. Now, we deduced from last week's chapter about Ymir, flashback with her and Christa, and she said, "Oh, when the time comes," Ymir was saying, when my secret is revealed, you must go back to your original name." And the beginning of this chapter, and we also induced from last month's chapter, that Ymir is a Titan. Yes, she is a Titan. Now, pretty much what happened is the beginning part. We had Ymir just flying like a banshee, just diving right in and attacking the Titans that are down there. And it is called Historia. And it's just pretty intense action sequences. She's got these like razor sharp teeth, Ymir, as a Titan. And when I mean sharp, I'm not saying like normal teeth. They were the almost like shark teeth, or teeth of like a vampire, so to speak. I think McWhirlpool, he did a review and he was saying, she's a vampire. And she's got really long claws. So, but the problem is, she's not that big as a Titan. Ymir is only like about the most, she's like a 7 meter. A 7 meter, 3 to 4 meter Titan. Now, going in, she's attacking them, biting them, and ripping them to pieces, the Titans. That's one part. She's spitting out flesh. She's ripping them to pieces, hitting them here, hitting them there, all around the Titan, the tower. Now, then we have the conversation between Christa and everyone else. Christa almost falls off the tower, and Reiner is right there to catch her. And, let go. And then Connie's like saying, "Oh, let go of her arm. It's enough. Let go of her leg, And he's like, "Oh, I'm sorry." And he says, "I'm glad you saved me." And then he asks her, "Did you know that Ymir was a Titan?" And she says, "No." And she's like saying how they were so close, as friends all these years. And she did not know at all that she was a Titan. Christa was telling her. And everybody is saying, like, for 3 years, we've known her, and we can't believe that she is a Titan. Refuse to believe it. And it's pretty vicious looking when she's attacking, and her teeth are like, it was like, oh, man. Going ham there, Ymir. Now, I want to give this chapter a 5 out of 5. You're like, whoa, wait, why? And the reason why is because of one reason and then another reason. First reason, I thought this was done very nicely in this chapter. The whole, her attacking the Titans, everything. And number 2, what we find out about Ymir when she saves everybody from the Titans that are attacking the tower. Interesting thought. And basically, Reiner's saying, oh, she knew mysteries of the world. And the other guy he's with, Reiner's telling him she should have revealed her true identity and contributed to the Scouting Legion like Eren. But maybe she just didn't for some other reason. And Connie brings up a good point. Eren didn't know he was a Titan until, like, he got eaten. And then he found out he was a Titan. When he grew and all that other shit. But Ymir knows she's a Titan. She knew from a certain point and was able to enact it and, go there in Titan form. And then, they're basically saying, whose side is she on? Connie's asking Christa. And Connie's saying that she's never taken any side to anyone. And they're saying, like, they don't know what she's thinking. And they're wondering what was her objective. And then she's thinking about the flashback. Thinking about what she said. That Ymir had told Christa that, I'm here for my own sake. And when I reveal this secret of mine, you are going to go back to your original name and live under it. Hence the name of this chapter, Historia. So, that's what she's basically telling her. And then that's when but what happens is, Ymir gets caught by a few of the Titans, and they start attacking her from that's when she was on the wall. And it gets kind of hairy, and she's getting attacked, and Christa says, Ymir! And she's trying to fight back, Ymir, and it's working to a certain extent. But not to that extent. Because she goes to the wall, but decides to let go. Because she realizes, Ymir, that if she stayed on the tower, she probably would have destroyed it and hurt, and everyone would have died. And they're saying that her Titan form, like I said, the Titan form isn't that big. But even though it's not that big, she's still risking her life on the line, putting her life on the line to save everybody to a certain extent. And that's when we get an interesting moment, obviously, with Christa. And she's saying that she's trying to protect us. And then she's like saying, why, Ymir? And then she has this. And she gets up, Christa. And she's like, don't die in a place like this. Don't die, Ymir. Don't, Ymir. And then she has this big speech. Christa. Big speech. Like, holy shit. She's getting up and she's like, and she's saying that, don't put on this good guy act. Don't you hear? Don't tell me you just hold us dear, that you'll die for us, idiot. You're a person who values herself above everything. Anything, aren't you? You're Ymir, the person with the worst personality. Imagine. Don't you forget that. Live for yourself, then. The hell with the tower. Just break it down. So she's basically telling her, break down the fucking tower. And that's what she does. She starts tearing the fucking tower to pieces. And then she's like, yeah, way to go, Ymir. Oh, we're falling. It's like, come on, man. There's a tower falling. You're on the tower. Come on. So the tower starts falling. And this is the scene that gave me a little bit of goosebumps. Ymir shows up on the top of the tower looking at them. And she looks at them and she says, wanna live? Grab on. What? She can talk in a Titan form? This chapter, because of that, I'm probably going to give it a 5 out of 5. She's the first person who is able to turn into a Titan that can talk. Aside from her, is that that big motherfucker. The hairy Titan. This is breaking news for this show. Now, when you really, and I'm just going, before I continue what actually also happened in this chapter, briefly want to say is, there's two versions now. You have people like Eren and Annie who can turn into Titans and are intelligent, but can't talk. I mean, I'm not sure about Annie, but I know Eren can't talk when he's in the Titan form. But and I don't think we really knew about Annie. Like I said, I'm not sure about Annie. But fact of the matter is, she can talk. So now that's another version. She's just like that guy, that hairy Titan who was destroying the tower. She could talk. It's really fantastic. And then everyone grabs onto her, obviously, and they hold on for dear life as the tower is about to collapse and just fucking smash the Titans to pieces. Will smash on top of them. And, Connie's saying, what hell of an idea, blah, blah, blah. And then we see all of the debris, and the Titans are getting up. And Ymir then decides to attack the Titans, but these Titans are bigger than her, so yeah, it's no good. She gets smashed on the debris, and they start attacking her and ripping her to pieces. And she's like, no way, can't be. And then Christa goes over there and says, I still need to tell you something. I have yet to tell you my real name. And then a Titan appears, is about to attack her, when Mikasa shows up. Yeah! That was close. She shows up. But not only her, everyone shows up. Mikasa, Eren, obviously, and the other group that was on their way show up in the nick of time to, and she says, we'll handle it from here, Mikasa says, and they start going, and they're saying disperse, check surroundings, strike at the times at once, and they tell Eren he's exempt from attacking, and he attacks anyway, and in this chapter, he kills a Titan for the very first time. And I'm like, took him long enough. I'm sorry. So he attacks them, and then they tell him, he says, I did, I killed him the first time. And he's like, oh, boy, you need to stay back, all right? And I was like, oh, yes, sir, sorry. And then he sees Connie, and they're like, oh, guys, and so on and so forth. And then they get the reveal. Armin says, for real, Ymir is a Titan. And we see Ymir, and Christa then says, my real name is Historia. And she's holding her. And the thing about it was it seemed like Ymir lost an arm and a leg. She had a missing arm and a missing leg, which begs the question about that. And this is on the bottom. On that day, the girls got back something very precious to them. And that's pretty much what happened in the chapter. Now, this was a great chapter. I gave it a 5 out of 5 for good reason. It seems that, and I'm probably going to go in on this later on. I don't know if I'm going to do a discussion video. Maybe this week I'll try to do a discussion video. Maybe I'll do a live stream and further in on this. Ymir seems to be the first person who is a Titan, who can transform into a Titan and can talk. No one else could do that. Annie can't do it, at least from my knowledge. And Eren can't do that. So, a lot of things bring up. A lot of things to be brought up in this chapter. Now, overall, I thought this was a great chapter, great reveal, great the fact that we now know that Ymir can talk as a Titan. She's not as big as Eren or Annie, but she's still to be reckoned with. I mean, she's got those sharp teeth and long claws, so that's pretty awesome. And I think I'm going to be doing a live stream tonight with Joten. I might talk a little bit about this chapter during that live stream. We'll see. But overall, this was a great chapter. Ymir, she's short. She's not a huge Titan. It's like, I would say a 7-meter class. That is what she's destined as. She's a 7-meter class Titan. And it should be interesting to see, like, where this goes from here for next month, remember, April. Oh, yes, April. April, the anime comes out. So that's another thing to think about. By then, we'll probably get a lot of... By then, it might get into like almost 10 volumes, I think. I think going to 10 volumes by then. We'll see. But anyway, good chapter, you guys. Tell me what you guys think. What do you think about this reveal of Ymir being able to talk as a Titan? Her. And also, what do you think? I think this is a grand reveal. There are a lot of theories that can come up from this reveal. And I would not even... This is probably going to be something stupid because this has been a long review now. It's 15 minutes. But I want to say this last thing. To say that anyone... Yes, I'm saying this because I have a feeling it might be true. Anyone in the village, in this remaining populace of humans that are located, can be turned into a Titan. I just have a feeling. Listen, this is just me talking, but my opinion. But I feel that anyone in this anyone in the humanity can transform into a Titan. I believe it is a evolutionary path that they can go into. I'll go into details on this later on. But overall, good chapter. Tell me what you guys think. Story, comments below. Put in what you think. Rate, comment, subscribe. It's Bonkai922. Ymir for the motherfucking win. Bitches. See ya.